Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session in better breathing techniques. So, in the next few minutes, we will explore techniques and practices that can help improve your cardiovascular health and overall well being by enhancing your breathing. So, let's get started and see how improving your breathing can help with your cardiac rehabilitation process. And these are the contents of today's presentation. In the next slide, I will show you a short 2-minute video from the American Lung Association. And we're also going to practice some breathing exercises, including focused breathing, pursed lip breathing, the alternate nostril breathing, and the lion's breath.
You can live for 2 weeks without food, 2 days without water, but only 2 minutes without air. Every single organ in your body is made up of cells, and they all require oxygen for you to live. Your lungs are part of the respiratory system, a group of organs and tissues that work together to help you breathe. The respiratory system's main job is to transport oxygen and remove extra carbon dioxide. Let's start by looking at the components of this important body system. The diaphragm is the main muscle for breathing. This dome-shaped wall of muscle does most of the breathing work by expanding and contracting the chest to draw air in and out of your lungs. When the diaphragm contracts, air is pulled into your airway through your nose or mouth. Air then travels down your airway, or trachea, dividing into your right or left lung via the bronchi. The bronchi then separate into small tubes called bronchioles. Like tree branches, bronchioles divide into thousands of even smaller passages. At the end of each bronchiole is a cluster of little air sacs called alveoli. Alveoli are wrapped in tiny blood vessels called capillaries. The air you breathe in fills these air sacs with oxygen-rich air. This is where the exchange of gases occurs. Carbon dioxide is the gas our body naturally produces. We must get rid of this waste gas. At this point, the capillaries are packed with carbon dioxide, and the alveoli are full of oxygen. Oxygen crosses over from the alveoli into the capillaries where the red blood cells capture it. At the same time, carbon dioxide passes from the capillaries into the air sacs where it can be removed. The oxygen-rich blood cells are transported throughout the body, and the lungs exhale the carbon dioxide. This never-ending cycle keeps all parts of your body supplied with oxygen. Your lungs have developed a few defenses against constant exposure to particles in the air that you breathe in. Your bronchial tubes are lined with cilia, thin little hairs, and coated with mucus to capture these unwelcome intruders and sweep the mucus-coated particles back up to your throat until you cough, sneeze, or swallow to get rid of them. All day, every day, your lungs repeat this critical job of keeping your body supplied with the oxygen you need. That's why we say, when you can't breathe, nothing else matters. Learn more at lung.org.
Hey, I hope that the video was educational for everyone. And just to recap some of the points that was made in that short video, let's talk about the importance of the lungs. Let's note that every cell in your body requires oxygen to function, and oxygen and other gases are present in the air that we breathe. So, the primary function of the respiratory system is to deliver that fresh air into your body while eliminating waste gases. This vital process is known as gas exchange, and it is carried out automatically by your lungs and the whole respiratory system. So, in addition to gas exchange, your respiratory system plays other vital responsibilities in breathing, and that include bringing air to the proper body temperature and moisturizing it to the right level of humidity. Also, it keeps your body safe from hazardous toxins and chemicals, and that's actually accomplished through coughing, sneezing, filtering, or even swallowing. And it also aids in your sense of smell. So now we're actually going to practice some breathing exercises. But before we start, I want you to look at the screen and I want you to ask yourself, at this moment, do I have any anxiety or frustration? Am I feeling stress? Am I bored? Or is today a bad day? And you don't have to tell me your answers, but just think about how you're feeling today. All right, so Let's practice some breathing exercises. And I want you to focus on your breath and take a few seconds to find a comfortable sitting position. And I want you to plant both feet on the floor, and you can put both of your hands in your lap or on the table, whatever is comfortable for you. Now focus on your breath, and let's all take a big deep breath. So deep inhale, and then I want you to hold your breath for about 4 seconds. And then I want you to release your breath and slowly exhale for 6 seconds. Now let's repeat the steps a few more times. Take a slow inhale and hold your breath for a few seconds. And slow exhale. Okay, let's do it one more time. Take a slow inhale. Hold your breath for a few seconds. And slow exhale. All right. Now, here's another way to truly practice focused breathing. So, while you do deep breathing, I want you to use a picture in your mind and a word or a phrase to help you feel more relaxed. So, I want you to practice. I want you to find that comfortable sitting position one more time. And if your eyes are still open, now I want you to close your eyes and take a few big deep breaths. And on your next inhale, imagine that the air that you breathe is filled with a sense of peace and calm. And try to feel it throughout your body. And while you exhale, imagine that the air leaves with your stress and tension. Now I want you to use a word or a phrase with your breath. As you breathe in and inhale, say in your mind, I breathe in peace and calm. And as you exhale, I want you to say in your mind, I breathe out the stress and tension. Okay, let's do that about 2 more times. Take a slow, deep breath, slow inhale, and say in your mind, I breathe in peace and calm. And I want you to slowly exhale out all the stress and tension away from your body. Let's do that one more time. I want you to do a slow inhale. Breathe in all that peace and calm. And then slowly exhale and breathe out all the stress and tension away. Okay. And when you're at home, you can do this for about 10 minutes. Let's try another breathing technique that I think would be very helpful for you. Okay, so this next breathing technique, it's called a pursed lip breathing. This is a simple breathing technique, and it actually slows down your breathing by requiring you to make that conscious effort with each breath. And you can practice this at any time. It may be especially useful during activities like weightlifting or when you're exercising during your cardiac rehab exercise class sessions. And to do this, you also need to relax your neck and your shoulders. If you're sitting at a comfortable position, that's perfect. And keeping your mouth closed, you're going to inhale slowly through your nose for about 2 counts. And then you're going to pucker your or purse your lips as though you're going to whistle. And then you're going to exhale slowly by blowing air through your pursed lips for about 4 counts. Okay, so let's try that a couple more times. You're gonna slowly inhale through your nose and then slowly exhale through your lips. Okay, one more time. Slowly inhale through your nose and slowly exhale through your lips. And last one, slowly inhale through your nose and then slowly exhale through your lips as if you're gonna go whistle. Okay. All right. And before I go into the next slide, I just want to give you a brief overview of what the next slide is about. We will be doing something called an alternate nostril breathing along with a video. So, just to give you a little background on that type of breathing technique, the alternate nostril breathing, it's in Sanskrit, is known as the Nadi Shodhana, and the alternate nostril breathing is also sometimes called a channel cleaning breath. The nadi word actually refers to the energy that circulates throughout the body, while the word shodhana or shodhana refers to purifying or cleansing. So, together, nadi shodhana then is said to help clear your energy channels and bring about inner balance. Alternate nostril breathing has been shown to improve cardiorespiratory function or the way that your heart and your lungs work together to make sure that you're getting enough oxygen. And it even helps competitive swimmers maintain that respiratory endurance when they're in the water. However, take note that for people who are suffering from a cold or a flu, or if you have severe allergies, alternate nostril breathing may not be recommended for you. And at home, you can actually continue this breathing pattern for about 5 minutes. So now I want you to find a comfortable seating position and let's follow the instructions in the video, okay?
In this guide, we're going to talk you through an alternate nostril breathing exercise. It's a great way to calm the nervous system and an effective stress reliever that everyone can practice at any point throughout the day. To start the exercise, come into a comfortable sitting position. Ensure that your spine is long and rest the backs of your hands on your knees, with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand up, make sure your index and middle finger are touching, and then bend those fingers in towards the palm. Place your thumb against your right nostril and inhale through the left nostril. Then, move your hand to place your ring finger and little finger against the left nostril as you release the thumb and exhale out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right and then swap over and exhale out through the left. This is the alternate nostril breathing exercise. Inhale through the left, swap the finger over, release the thumb and exhale out through the right. Then inhale through the right, swap over and exhale out through the left. Continue to repeat this exercise for about 10 to 20 breaths or until you can feel your body is relaxed. Keep the breathing steady and consistent. So, in this guide, we're going to talk you through an alternate
All right,
nostril
I
breathing
hope
exercise.
that you guys found
It's a
that
great way to calm the nervous system and an
video
effective stress
very
reliever that everyone
informative,
can practice
and
at any point throughout
also
the
I
day.
hope that everyone was able to
To start the
practice
exercise,
the
come into a
alternate
comfortable
nostril
sitting
breathing. Just
position.
remember, if you are
Ensure that your
suffering
spine is
from a
long
cold or a
and rest the
flu,
backs of your
this
hands
type
on
of
your
breathing
knees,
technique
with
might
your
not be
palms facing
recommended
up
for
towards
you.
the ceiling.
All right, so lastly, we're going to talk about the lion's breath. And this type of breathing technique, or this type of pranayama, it's actually said to alleviate the stress or eliminate toxins and stimulate your throat and your upper chest. In yoga, it's also known as the lion's pose. So, as you do this exercise, I want you to imagine that you're a lion. So, let all your breath out with a big open mouth. And I want you to sit comfortably on the floor or in the chair. And I want you to breathe in through your nose. I want you to fill your belly all the way up with air. And when you can't breathe in anymore, I want you to open your mouth as wide as you can. Breathe out with the word. Okay, and repeat that a few more times. All right, let's do that one more time. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and fill your belly all the way up with air. And when you can't breathe anymore, open your mouth as wide as you can and breathe out with. Okay. Take one more deep breath. Fill your belly all the way up with air. And when you can't breathe anymore, open your mouth as wide as you can. And say, all right. If you're at home, you can do this a few more times. And that is the end of our breathing exercises. Before you leave today, I just want to remind you to take a deep breath and remember, it's just a bad day and not a bad life. These are the references for today's presentation. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a good rest of your day.